So this video is dedicated to all my other chivettes out there and anyone else interested in really cool eye makeup, nail art, and ways to convert a shirt into a really hot dress. So this all started off with an idea that I got after attending a Chive Meetup. If you guys don't even know what the Chive is, I highly recommend visiting their site. It's probably one of the best websites in the world. It's www.thechive.com, and they are represented so well by what is called their Chive Nation. And all these people represent them by wearing these shirts that they sell through their website, The Chivery, and they're just amazing shirts that really represent the website and really just bring people together, which is why I love the site so much. So I had this idea at the last Chive meetup that I wanted to rock a dress, but they don't have them. So my idea was to get one of their extra large shirts and start converting them into dresses for girls of all shapes and sizes. So far I've come up with three different types of styles. So I have my razorback halter, my tube top, and then my off-the-shoulder dress. These are very simple to do with existing t-shirts as long as they're long enough and big enough to be able to convert so that they're able to fit properly. So these are the three different versions that I've tried, and I'm actually going to have one of my friends with me showing the dresses off this coming Friday for another Chive meetup. I also decided to create an illustration to show it off so people could see the potential of what these shirts could be. And I also decided to use Tamra, who, if anybody who chives knows exactly who she is, I actually met her at the last Huntington Beach Chive meetup, and she is a doll. She's actually battling cancer right now, and she's such an inspiration. You can actually learn about her story on the Chive's website, which I would highly recommend going and doing, and you can also learn how to donate money to the Chive charities. So here are the actual images of what these shirts are going to look like, and once they're all done, you can go ahead to thechivery.com and buy these shirts, and I'm going to show you guys how to convert them into dresses. So here is the finalized fashion illustration. I love doing illustrations because it just gives a nice teaser of what's to come. And this is Oreo. He likes to lay on anything that's on the floor. So your first step is to take a dress that fits you very formally, and you're going to lay it over the shirt and just cut out the exact shape of the dress to convert that shape onto the shirt. The next step is to decide on how you want the top portion of your dress to be. So I chose a razorback with a low cut. So I'm going to use a tank top that I already have that matches that style, lay it over the shirt, and using my chalk pencil to mark out the armholes and the neck scoop. So once I do that, I'm going to cut out those patterns, use my other pattern to make sure that it's exactly the same on the other side as you see me doing here, cut that out, and then my next step is to turn it over and do the same thing to the front portion of the shirt. So I'm doing the exact same steps as I did for the back of the shirt, except now I'm using the front pattern. So I'm cutting out the sleeves as you see me doing here, and then I'm going to mark out the neckline, attach the lines like you see me doing, and then I'm going to cut this portion out, removing both of the necks on the front and the back of the shirt. Now to give the dress a clean look, I'm going to roll over all the seams that I've cut and pin them down, which I'm later going to sew to give it a nice and finished look. The next step is for me to adjust all the settings on my sewing machine to make sure everything's set to stretch fabric, and then I'm going to begin sewing to clean up and finish off all the seams around the neck hole. Now I'm going to do the exact same process with pinning for the armholes. So again, I'm just rolling over the raw seams, pinning them down so it's a lot easier for me to sew them into a finished seam later. And again, like I did before for the neck hole, I'm sewing all of the seams around the armhole closed. Now my last step is to finish off both side seams. So I'm going to go ahead and do exactly what I did for the neck hole and the armholes and take my pins and close off both sides before I take it to my sewing machine and sew up both sides to finish off this dress look. So here is the final look. My chive dress is complete and I cannot wait to wear it to the next chive meetup. Now I'm going to show you how to get personalized KCCO nails. And for anyone who doesn't know what KCCO means, it means keep calm and chive on, which is one of the Chive's slogans that all of us chivers live by. So I'm starting off with black nails. You can either choose a matte coat or a regular top coat, depending on what type of finish that you like. I like matte coat, so that's what I went with. And now I'm going to take white nail polish with a very, very fine paintbrush and start to draw on the KCCO crown logo. Now, it's a very, very, very small, detailed, little oriented design to do on a nail, but if you just have the patience and the time to just concentrate and get it done, I promise it will look really, really cool and it will definitely grab attention because it's so bold and so nicely contrasted. So, once you get the white crown done, you can go ahead and add your KCCO little logo beneath the crown. Now I'm going to take black nail polish and just finish off all the small little details just to make sure that everything is nice and refined. And once all of that is done and dried, I'm going to take my matte coat and put another coat over just to seal in the design. And there you have it. Here is my finalized KCCO logo. Time for some bold green eye makeup, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So your first step is to take a white eyeshadow, and we're going to take that eyeshadow and we're going to add it to our brown bone to add a nice highlight. Our next step is to take a light brown and we're going to add that to the crease of our eyelid to add a nice contour to our eye. Now we're going to take brown eyeshadow and we're also going to add that to the crease of our eyelid, but we're going to do more of a bold brush line, and we're also going to wing it out towards the tip of our eyebrow to add a nice cat-like effect. I'm going to take a combination of a light shimmer brown and a light shimmer beige, and we're going to add that to the inner eye corners of our eyes as well as on top of our upper lid just to give a nice shimmer finish to this look. Now it's time to start our green gradient. So we're going to start off with a lime green and add that to the inner eye corner. And then once we apply that, we are going to take a light green eyeshadow and we're going to apply it directly next to that, blending it in for a gradient effect. Then we're going to take a medium gray eyeshadow and do the exact same thing, continuing back towards the eyebrow, creating a nice gradient effect through color. And our last step is to take the dark green eyeshadow and finish off this look by blending it in and winging it out towards the end of our eyebrow to meet up with our brown cat eye look that we did before. Now, we're going to take a lime green and light green eyeshadow and apply that to our waterline to give a very bold, eccentric look to this finish. It's time to add black liquid eyeliner to create a nice and bold cat eye effect. If you guys need some helpful tips on how to do a perfect eyeliner shape, go ahead and look at my other video, which I have linked below. Now we're going to take an edge brush and some black eyeshadow and do a nice liner underneath our waterline to finish off this look. No look is fully complete without finishing it off with some mascara. So once you have your mascara on your upper and lower eyelashes, your look is complete and you are ready for a night out with some fellow chivers for your next chive meetup or for any other event you may have. I hope you all enjoyed these video tutorials. Now remember, you don't have to be a chivette to try out all of these techniques, and I hope to see you guys back here for more videos.